putting a dip in your hip, a glide in your stride. Welcome to the mothership, the home of the travelers of the universe, with shows throughout the week. Everything you want, everything you could need. From the paranormal to the supernatural, from the spiritual to the unknown, from emotions to comedy. You can find us at Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and so much more. This is R.I.F.T Nation Network, the RNN. And now, your featured show. Shall we begin?
Sensitive/offensive content disclaimer. Please note that this podcast may contain material that some listeners may find sensitive, offensive, or disturbing. We strive to create respectful and informative content, but topics discussed may include mature themes such as violence, explicit language, or controversial subjects, triggering content including discussions related to mental health, trauma, or other sensitive issues, explicit language. Occasionally, our guests or hosts may use strong language. While we aim to handle these topics with care and empathy, we encourage listeners to exercise discretion. If you find any content distressing, consider skipping or seeking support. Remember that this podcast is not a substitute for professional advice. If you need assistance, please consult a qualified expert. Hello, and welcome to another wonderful, cool, and groovy edition of The Otter's Den with your hosts, Keith and Joni.
Happy Monday.
Happy Monday.
Happy Monday.
It was a decent day today.
I'm done with Gemini energy. I'm done. I'm spent. I'm done. I'm done.
Now you know how I feel after I have a conversation with one of them. Just putting that out there. Hey, Linda.
Hi, Miss Linda. You know, I don't need any energy to scatter me any more than I'm already scattered.
I hear that.
And it's like, you know, it feels like I've just been running around like on a gerbil wheel for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
You know, and not getting anything done.
Yeah, spinning your wheels. You're just spinning your wheels.
Gerbil wheel.
You know, I've been, all week, last couple weekends, I busted my tail around here trying to get as much done as I could, and it doesn't seem like I did anything. I mean, I know I did because I worked my tail off all weekend, but it doesn't look like I did anything. I don't have that visual gratification. Not that kind.
I don't either, but I don't know why this one was a little bit more intense, maybe. And I couldn't really figure out why. Because we go through this every year.
Yeah, but it could be the solar flares.
I don't know.
That could have modified everything.
Yeah. Well, they should stop. They need to stop.
Hey, Monica, how you doing?
I'm done. I mean, and then, we're starting to move into Cancer season. Slowly but surely, all the planets are moving into Cancer, and then they start to spread out, and then we got retrograde. So I thought around the 20th, around June 20th, we will start to feel a little bit more
normal.
God, slow down. Yeah. Yeah, because to me, it's just like spinning, like I said, in a gerbil wheel.
Howie, I have to say, I feel things keep being put in his way as he moves forward, stopping him from where he needs to be.
I know.
It's a thing.
It's a gerbil wheel.
Yep. They happen to do that. And I believe we are still in Pluto retrograde, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, yeah, till November.
And Pluto is one of the biggest retrogrades that will affect us. He will put things in your way to see how you handle it this time. Notice I said this time. And then he may put it in front of you again in a few months to see how you handle it the next time. See if you learned anything.
See if you fixed it.
Good practice for Pluto retrograde is Mercury retrograde. We have 3 Mercury retrogrades per year. So we have 3 practice sessions for Pluto. Hey, Ash, how you doing?
I'm looking for Howie right now because if he's got like some kind of Aquarius in 1 degree, because that's where Pluto is. It's frustrating. But see, also we've got Saturn is stationing to go retro. So it's just sitting there. Saturn's just sitting there going, he's loading up the karma train.
Yeah. Yeah. And, again, karma has things to do with Pluto too. Past people coming around for karmic cycles to be finished or worked through or understood better. Hey, Linda.
Well, guess what, Howie? You got Pluto sitting right on your descendant. Pluto, it's just sitting there. It's not moving. And you are in what's called a nodal return, a north node. That's phenomenal. With Pluto going to hit that north node, that's
wow.
This is huge, Howie. No wonder.
Yeah.
North Node is your soul contract. It's your destiny, and it's at 5 degrees of Aquarius.
Once you get through the roadblocks that have been put in front of you, and you can go around them, you can go through them, you can go over them, you can go under them. However you get through it, once you get through it, you're going to start seeing more of, like she said, your North Node, what you came here for, your soul purpose, why you came to reincarnate here at this time. That's awesome.
But see, what happens with the lunar nodes, like you say, North Node is your soul contract. What is your South Node? Karma. It's past lives. So when you've got a nodal return, Howie, on that North Node, and it's Pluto, complete transformation. It's like, this is why I'm here. This is why I'm on my path. This is, you're going to be shown things that you've never seen before. But at the same time that it's conjuncting his North Node, it's opposing the South Node. Because, see, they're opposites. So it's hitting that South Node in Leo, in the first house. So physically, too. It could be physical tired. It could be, I'm so tired, I can't do this anymore. What is going on? Breaks on and off, on and off.
Yeah.
But when this is when it'll ease up, Howie, is November. In November, Pluto starts to crank forward into Pluto. So it's just going to, what a year for you, 2025.
Let's roll with it, man. Let's roll.
Oh, that's beautiful. It's really nice.
I'm here. You know that.
But it's going to be opposing that Leo South Node. So he's going to kind of like go hide into that South Node a little.
Yeah. And that makes sense because the South Node is, what you're good at.
That's right.
In this lifetime. It's what you've done in the past. You come into this life with that natural ability. And that's what gets you by until you can figure out your north node, what you're actually supposed to be doing here. And sometimes you have to do both. Sometimes you can stop doing the south node and just start doing the north node. But sometimes you got to work into it and work through it and figure out ways to do it, because we live in this 3D life and we need jobs.
Yeah. But when I started to work on my north node and south node stuff really is not difficult stuff. It's really not hard things. It's just things that you have never really had to do in your past lives, and you have to come down here and master it, right?
Yes.
When you start to work on your north node, magic opens, doors open, because it's like you are fulfilling the soul contract. Now, listen to this, Howie. In addition to that north node, guess what else is up there with it? Mercury. So Mercury is conjunct his north node in what? The seventh house of what? Partnerships, marriage, relationships.
Ooh.
I thought I'd throw that little zinger in there.
You might want to turn it up to 11, buddy.
So that explains it. How you got a lot going on. The nodal returns are really kind of cool.
Yes, they are. Linda's got a good question here. Speaking of,
Oh,
how does one start to work on that north node?
Because it's in your chart, Lindy, which you're going to see probably tomorrow. Because I'm sending out everybody's stuff tomorrow for the class, and when you see your north node and you start to study it, you're like, "Ooh, I hate doing that. I don't like that. I'm uncomfortable doing that. It's awkward." You immediately know, don't you, Keith?
Yes. Okay, like me doing this show.
Okay.
Public speaking. Through my life, I hated getting in front of people and talking. You talk about sweating bullets and stumbling my words, red face, the whole 9 yards. It was fear of failure is what that was. I finally figured it out. It was fear of failure. But even if I totally screw something up talking in front of other people, I didn't fail. I'm learning. I learned something. I learned how not to do it. Therefore, I could figure out a better way to do it. When I first started this, the Spirit Mechanics were up here visiting from Kentucky, and they have a show that they do. And so they were doing it here from my computer. And Steve gets up out of the chair, says, "Have a seat." I'm like, "Okay, why?" "Because you're doing the show." I'm like, "No, I'm not."
What?
Yes, you are. You're doing the show. And I fumbled my way through it, but I got through it. And that's what gave me enough strength and courage in order to start this. And let me tell you, the first few shows are probably pretty sketchy.
Lord.
Here I am today. I do a decent job. I don't mind talking to people. I like helping people and teaching people, and I learn myself. So that's kind of how you figure things out. What your true calling is. Like she said, what makes you uncomfortable, because that's change. That's new. And we don't like to change.
It's usually really easy stuff. It's
Mine-
things that you're not familiar with, you don't like to do. So what do we do? And Linda, I'll get it to you in the morning. I mean, I've got it sitting right over there. I'll text it to you after the show, and you can look it up. And it's really North Node and South Node study and astrology is my favorite, because how do we know what our path is? You go through your entire life and you don't know. You don't know. So it's like, what?
With me, with my healing journey from when I got the help from the mechanics and the dead files.
Yeah.
As I was picking my life apart, literally, learning about who I was as opposed to who I'm becoming, there was just kind of an aha moment. But a few things had to happen first. Holly, she's one of the spirit mechanics. It was at that time. She said, you do really good at Reiki. And I'm like, "Yeah, I can't do that. I can't do that stuff." She's like, "Oh, yes, you can."
See, you were fighting it. You're fighting it.
Because I was scared. Hey, Kelsey. And she talked me into studying it. and learning about it. And that got me interested in it. So I studied and learned a little bit more. And lo and behold, guess what I can do?
See, it's little. I want to say, and I could be so wrong. I want to say your North Node is in your 6th house. No, I think it's in your 12th house. I don't know. Your chart's sitting over there in a box, and I've got Linda's in a folder, and I'm dying to get to them now. But
mine's here somewhere.
It's North Node is, you look at it, and let's say, and it's always, Linda, let's say your North, okay, for example, my North Node is in Virgo. Every sign in the zodiac, there's 12 of them, right? So every sign pairs up with its opposite. Okay, so we've got Aries and Libra. They're opposites. So if my North Node is in, or my bad, yeah, Aries and Libra, Virgo, Pisces, Leo, Aquarius, crap, who else am I forgetting right now? That's how it works. So each one, Taurus and Scorpio. So you've got opposites. They're polar opposites. So if my North Node is in Virgo, and my South Node is automatically going to be in the opposite side, which is Pisces. Oh, Linda, so if yours is in Cancer, your North Node is in Cancer, or is that your South Node? If your North Node is in Cancer, then we look at what house it falls in. So your South Node is Capricorn. Okay. So Capricorn, you look at Capricorn traits. Oh, that's your sign. No, this is North Node and South Node. Oh, I know you're a Cancer. I just looked at it today too. But I looked at like 20 charts today, so I can't. They're getting ready to go out. So, but it's interesting. The lunar node study is I think when you first start into astrology is to start to really work on your North Node, which is your soul contract.
Mine is in the 12th house, which is mystical intuition, healing, subconscious, right, unknown, etc.
That's right. So your North Node is in the 12th house. That's where what you are headed to do.
Yeah, it's helping others, teaching, healing.
The unknown, karma. It's a karmic house. It's clairvoyant house. It's the unknown. It's the house of secrets. It's the house of karma. So your North Node, that's where you need to go.
I've been told
exactly what you're doing.
Yeah. I just need to get off my tail and get more of it done, but life happened. I'll get there. But
and remember how you said I didn't want to do that kind of stuff? That's when you were escaping back into the 6th house. What is the 6th house? That's your daily routine. That's your work. That's what you do day to day. So he was like, I'm not getting on the show. I'm not doing Reiki. I'm not doing this, because you went and hid back into your 6th house.
Yeah, and that's exactly what is hitting me right now is my 6th house, the day-to-day routine. Get up, shower, eat, brush teeth, rush to work all day, come home, work on the house, work in the garden.
You should like that. You should like that.
I don't. I don't anymore.
Because your North Node is pulling you to the 12th house.
I want something different.
That's when it's called balance.
I want to do something different every day. I want to be able to decide when I get up, when I eat my breakfast, when I brush my teeth, when I get on the computer and help people. But I got to have some sort of an income as well to support myself.
Well, you can do that when you retire. Or another income. But the thing about it is with like mine is flipped. My South Node is in the 12th house. Where do I hide? In the spirit world. What do I hate more than anything in life? Day to day, balancing a checkbook, getting organized, and living day to day, every day in a routine.
Yeah.
I hate it. But I have to learn it. I have to do it.
I used to have a routine. I had to know how the day was going to go. I had to do this at this time. I had to do this at that time. Now, screw it. I'll do it when I want to do it.
Oh, like I said, I must have 100 notebooks because, and I'll tell Sue, Sue's such a Virgo Mercury brain. She's like, you got to get organized. Virgos can't understand it because it's so natural to them. She's like, get a notebook. I'm like, I have notebooks. I got about 100, but I lose them.
Yeah.
Or I write different things in all these different notebooks. So notebooks don't work. Post-it notes can work. But then there's Post-it notes everywhere.
I've got notes everywhere. I've got, for example, I got to go through this and make one big note out of it. This is about, 3 months worth of notes. I got to do this. I got to do that.
I can't share this stuff.
I'm not good at organizing. I'm getting a little bit better, but I had a past life in Egypt as a records keeper.
Well, apparently, what did you do in that past life? Screw off because you didn't.
Well, I was, let's just say, taken out because I didn't do a very good job. So
okay, look, this is. Oh, you can't see. Look at that. That's me taking notes.
Oh,
when Sue, I'm like, look at this.
Lord have mercy.
I know. Look at this chart. Look at this nightmare. Look at this. But I know.
Holy crap.
I know. But I know what's on it. But, that's okay. I know. The struggle is real. The North Node the struggle is real.
It is. It really is. Ugh. You have to get through the fear of change. You have to accept change. You have to put the fear away. Ugh. You have to study. You have to learn. And sometimes you have to force yourself to do that.
I can study fine. I love to study. I just can't organize it.
I can't. Reading comprehension. I don't have any anymore because of my brain injury from my car accident.
Yeah.
So, I could read the same page in a book 10 times and not be able to tell you what is in that page.
I hate that because I'm a reader.
But if I can watch it on a video or a movie where I can audibly hear it or see it or do it, that's how I learn. But reading, studying, throw it out the window.
You could be what's called a kinesthetic learner. My son was tested, and he can only learn if a professor would be up in movement and verbal, and that's how he learns.
I'm similar now because
he's very bright.
Back in high school, college, whatever, my 20s, 30s, I had no problem reading. I'd read something, I knew what it was. Now, Oh,
wait till you get older and you forget how to spell. I do that now. I know.
It's a thing already.
Oh, no. Wait till you get older and you're like, God, I used to remember how to spell that. Now I can't remember stuff.
Yes. And mathing is hard now.
Well, we don't have to math now because we have computers. Thank God for technology. Technology saved me.
I work in a machine shop in a factory. I have to math.
Ugh. Well, I think technology saved me. But I don't use all of the things that are on the smartphone that help you to get organized.
Oh, I don't either.
Oh, ask me how many emails I've got.
No, it's not just you, Michelle. How many emails you got?
Take a guess on how many emails are on my phone right now. I'll have you guess. This is what I got to work on. This is my North Node.
6,433.
Oh, really? That would be a good day. Are you ready?
Yeah.
8,961. Unread. 8,000. I don't even know who they're from. I don't even know how to get them off of here.
I was seeing closer to mine. I'm at 6,103 in my Google account, but I got on my Yahoo account that I don't really use that much anymore the other day. There were over 140,000 in there, and I just deleted everything. I didn't even look at nothing. I just deleted it all.
Well,
all of it.
We have to get organized. That's the North Node, Linda, and we'll talk a lot about that. I talk too much about lunar nodes in class. I really got to cut that out because I love that portion of astrology. It's my favorite. So I have a tendency to ramble about it.
You don't say.
Yeah. I have a tendency to ramble about astrology a little.
I hear you. That's I'm normally a very quiet person. I don't like to converse because I just
see. I don't think you act like that at all. I think you show that you're.
That's what I was getting at. Is
very personable.
If there's a certain, if there's a subject that I'm interested in, whether it be astrology or subject on my show or a problem that a friend is having or what have you, I can be very outgoing and verbal and, but otherwise I don't like to talk to people. Mainly I've used this example before because they take 45 minutes to tell you a 2-minute story about them going to Walmart. I cannot handle the trivial conversations. If there's meaning and depth, cool. Let's talk.
But you have to show some grace, though.
Oh, yeah. When I can, and then I'm done.
That's Scorpio. That's Scorpio.
You are not late.
You're not late, Miss Donna. But that's Linda. You will love it. Linda has piles of college ruled notebooks.
Like Gandalf said, a sorcerer is never late nor early. They arrive precisely when they intend to.
Yeah. Well, I think too, with all this Gemini run around on a gerbil wheel, now we slow down. Saturn's stationing to go retro. Pluto is in retro. That's a time when we, let's look at that. That's when the karma, Saturn is lessons, it's karma. So, you get what you put out there.
Not wrong.
No. So it's loading up the train right now. And it'll go, it's going back. And you know what was funny? It's stationing retro in Pisces, going back over in mundane astrology. Guess what Pisces rules? Medicine. Today, I saw where Kansas is suing Pfizer for not telling people that harm that they could have undergone because of getting medicine.
Nice.
So Kansas, the state of Kansas, is now suing Pfizer. So that is classic Saturn in retro. You should have told people. Medicine, big pharma, big companies, that's what Pisces rules pharma, medicine.
There'll probably be more states
it rules Hollywood. Look at all the stuff with what's his face? Diddler.
Who?
Diddler. Diddy.
Oh, I got you.
Diddler.
Yeah.
All that stuff. You watch. Now we're going to have a wave when Saturn runs back over that. See, when it goes retro, it goes back over the degrees that it's already come up over.
Yes.
So we're gonna retrace our steps as to what we went back. We're gonna go across it.
Yeah, so you can re-examine what you were shown. Okay, we showed it to you. Now it's time for you to examine it
and fix it. If it's not fixed by the time I get back, all hell's gonna break loose.
Yeah, repair it. Whatever that situation was that came back up, repair it. And if it's with another person, you don't have to repair it with that person. You can repair it by yourself. Whether it be forgiveness or learning why something happened. admitting to yourself, okay, I did actually have something to do with that. I did something or said something I shouldn't have. I spoke too soon. Whatever the case may be, but you have to accept that and forgive yourself, forgive the other person. But just because you forgive the other person doesn't mean they have to come back into your life. That is for your peace, not for their peace. If you forgive somebody, don't forget to forgive yourself as well. That is the most important person that you need to forgive is yourself.
Right.
You didn't make a mistake. You learned.
That's Saturn. And, if Pfizer would have given out notices of what could have occurred for people, there would be no karmic reaction. Now, you watch this karma when it comes back and rolls. Choo-choo! Here comes a train. I saw it today and I went,
Ozzy's driving.
Saturn and Pisces. Hollywood we're going to start to see the Hollywood stuff pile up again. Here it comes. It's going to start in our faces again.
There'll be more names coming out.
Slow for a while after he got busted.
Yeah.
Well, and I'm watching the Young Thug trial, the other RICO case down in Georgia. That's unbelievable.
Not familiar with that one, I don't think.
That one is another one down in Fulton County, Georgia. I've never seen anything like it in my life. 20 years.
Bad.
Yes.
Wow.
I can't even at work send an email out about a case without both attorneys being copied on it.
Right.
You can't send things. It's ex parte. You can't do it. Well, the judge had a meeting with the prosecutors and one of the state's witnesses without notifying the defense team.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And I mean, those things, they could have done that. And, that those things do occur, but the defense team should have known. So and they basically allegedly told the witness if he didn't testify, he was going to get locked up for past 2026.
Oh, my.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. So it's a heck of a trial. So here you've got those things going on. Entertainment industry, because Young Thug is a rapper. He's a rap star. He's been in jail since 21. Another RICO case. So how much income has this young man lost because he's been locked up?
Tons.
He was a millionaire. So here, what's going to happen with that? With Saturn coming back and running through that again?
Yeah.
You watch this case. All HE is going to bust loose when Saturn runs back over it. Let it. It's going to bring out all the corruption down there.
Yeah, let's get everything cleared up.
What else does it rule? I don't know. Pharmaceuticals, shipping industry. Oh, we might see another boat hit a bridge.
Another one did?
No, we might.
Oh, might. Okay.
Yeah, that's what Pisces rules, like the shipping industry, just a ton of other stuff. But this month, right now, between now and the end of July, we are going to go through a lot of Neptune. And you know what that means? Walking around in a fog. Confused. We don't know who to believe. We don't know what's going on. Here we go again. We're in the funk. He's so cute. You aggravate him. That's why he scratches you.
Murder mittens.
Because you aggravate him.
I was sitting here trying to cuddle with him, and he's like,
you were just, he thought you were playing.
Oh,
but that's going to be from now until the end of the month. Just know to step back. Think things through, because Neptune is, and it's like, it's a pain. I know, Michelle. I know it's more fog, but at the end of the month, it'll start to clear a little bit more. That's about it. Is the fogginess of
What
June?
in the?
What? Oh, here's another thing. We got a full moon coming up. I think a full moon next week. That full moon is in Capricorn.
This one?
This
literally, this one
yeah,
just literally climbed the wall.
Because you got him all riled up. It's your fault. You got him all riled up.
Hey, sis.
But this month we have a full moon in Capricorn, and then next month the full moon is in Capricorn. It's pretty rare to have it back to back.
Nice.
Capricorns. Yeah.
You know,
So
the thing about. Go ahead.
Square in Neptune.
Squares.
More fog.
Harsh.
Yeah, they don't. That's when they're fighting.
The thing about the fog, though, is we got to remember what happens when the sun comes out when it's foggy. The fog
burns
lifts. It dissipates. We've got a lot of sun activity, solar flares, so that may help dissipate some of that fog. And just be patient. Go slow down. You know, if you're driving down the highway and it's foggy, you need to slow down. That way you don't run into the back of somebody that don't have their lights on. You can't see them until you're right up on them.
Yeah.
Play it safe. You know, be aware of your surroundings. Be aware of your surroundings as well as your surroundings.
Yeah.
Pay attention to not only, you know, what's going on around you, but what's going on in you. Because that fog is trying to isolate you so that you go within and do your shadow work and heal yourself. You know, whatever the retrogrades are bringing up to show you. So, I mean, it all plays out together. They all work together up there for the same goal, and that is to help us.
Yeah, that's true.
Heal. It does suck sometimes, but
well, you know, Neptune is the mystic. It's the clairvoyant. So for the next 2 weeks, dreams will be off the cuff. Neptune rules rain, storms, ice, snow. It's very clairvoyant energy. If you can tap up and level up and not get down and involved in gossipy, scandalous, you know, secrets.
Stay away from the drama.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. This is drama. You know, it's drama filled with Neptune.
Speaking of secrets, you said last show that we were going to have secrets come up from some unexpected places at unexpected times.
Did we?
Oh, yeah, we did. Oh, yes, we did.
You did, or was it?
Yes, I did. It was.
You did?
It's stuff that I knew, but I got the, how do the kids say it? I got the receipts. Is that what they say now?
Yeah, you got the receipts.
So, yeah.
So you can't tell us about it?
I'm not going to for respect of the other person, because the other person has done some growing and changing, and I commend that.
Well, there's something really interesting coming up in July. And because we got about 10, 15 minutes left. This is so interesting. Now, there are 6 fixed stars, holy stars. You've got like Aldebaran, Algol. I don't know if Spike is in there or not. There's 6 fixed stars. Okay. Usually, if your natal chart comes into aspect with a fixed star, it's pretty holy. It's pretty, what would you call it? Holy, destined, angelic,
predetermined,
yeah. But with a fixed star, you always have a choice. And if in this incarnation you make the wrong choice, you will get triple the slap down. If you make the proper choice, its riches, its fame, it's just glorious. I mean, it's unbelievable, right? With fixed stars. That's a whole nother class, are fixed stars, because fixed stars are just amazing. So we've got a star that we use in forensic astrology all the time, and it's nicknamed the demon star. And it's in the constellation of Taurus. And it's called Algol. Algol. It's the demon star. Now, Algol can be associated with alcoholism. It can be associated with off with your Medusa, off with your head.
It's where the name actually came from, for spirits. They call alcohol spirits.
Oh, okay.
Algol had to do with alcohol and people being taken over by evil spirits, and that's how that actually came on. Alcohol.
Well, Algol is going to be conjunct, which is together with Uranus around July 11th, 12th to about the 15th, maybe. I don't know, mid-July. They come together. Okay. So what do we expect around that time? We don't know. It could be, who knows? Unexpected with Uranus, breakthroughs with Uranus, off with their head. It could be a fall from grace, somebody, more likely a leader. So we don't know. But that's going to happen in mid-July.
Whatever it is, though, don't fight it. Accept it. Okay, this is happening. What do I need to do to repair the situation?
You just roll with it. And if it's more than likely, you got to look on your chart and see where it will affect your chart. Where, look on if you have Taurus, you could see where, the only good thing about this is there's no other, you got to always, when you see big things like 9/11 occurring or October the 7th occurring or something that's big in magnitude, there's always other planets around that are playing and triggering things.
Yes.
This particular conjunction has nothing around it triggering it.
Really?
Right. So this particular, it could just be, oh, let's watch and see what happens. But what's interesting is I thought, what in the heck is going on? Mundane astrology, what's going on around July 10th and 11th? Well, that's when the T person gets sentenced in jail in New York on the date that Algol and Uranus are conjunct.
Oh, that's interesting.
So I went and looked at that person's particular chart, right? How is this Algol going to affect the New York conviction? Well, come to find out, Uranus is at the top of his chart. It's going to hit his midheaven exactly.
Oh, man.
Uranus is in conjunction with his south and north node in Gemini in the 10th house. Okay. So we're going to have to watch this very carefully. Now, fixed sign. He's got a fixed star that I've always been very intrigued with because I love this particular fixed star. If you have a fixed star in your natal chart, it has to be exact. Okay. It can't be an R5 scale orb thing. Regulus, which is the star of kings, and that's in Leo.
Okay.
Every constellation has a fixed star. Well, there's 6 of them, so not every one of them has it. But this is in Leo. It's at the heart. It's conjunct his ascendant. Exactly. Regulus. Okay.
Okay.
So what Regulus says if you do not go out and seek revenge on your enemies, you will have all the riches, all the fame, all the blessings.
Nice.
Only if you don't go out and seek revenge. There's another person that's got a fixed star, and I have to look this up.
I do. I love you.
Is Hillary Clinton, and it's Aldebaran. That's another one that says this is your choice. If you make this particular choice, you will have a fall from grace, and the power and this and that will be stripped away. But I'm going to do some digging on that one. Because if you look at famous people, 9 times out of 10, they've got conjunctions of fixed stars in their charts.
Okay.
It's kind of interesting, but I thought that little July thing was pretty darn interesting.
Yeah, that was exact.
Now, the guy that I read the article from, he said it'll be his fall from grace. So that, if that's the case, I would say going to jail.
That's kind of what it sounds like.
That's what, but we don't know. We can only. I could research it and look up what usually happens around that time, but we'll just have to watch it and see. I think it's going to be interesting to watch and see.
Yes.
So, but we can talk about.
Hey.
Hi, Miss Lisa. I love famous people with the fixed stars because they have to be exact. So, Lilith, Black Moon Lilith is an asteroid. There's 2 Liliths. There's one that's kind of like the lunar nodes, that's kind of like a space, and there's also Black Moon Lilith, the asteroid.
Yes.
Now, Black Moon Lilith is not a nice energy. Black Moon Lilith can be, she's a warrior, but if you look at her mythology, she eats babies. And she's not, it's a very primal female energy. Probably like the first primal female energy that we are known, like the ancestral mothers.
Well, she was the first woman. She was Adam's first wife. And
but there were a lot of women before Adam. Think of Egypt. There were women before Egypt, before Christianity.
Well, yeah. Yeah, I'm talking the creation story, though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
she told Adam to go later. We're equal.
She demanded respect and reciprocity. I can't ever say that word. She wanted a reciprocal relationship. She wanted things to be equal.
Right.
And Adam said, no, I'm boss. She said, "Yep, see ya. I'm going to go make some demons and see how you like that."
So Lilith is the female energy that really has the deep wounds, kind of like Chiron.
Yes.
So when you have, what was going on, Keith? I can't remember on mundane astrology. And I kept saying it's Black Moon Lilith. It's Black Moon Lilith was in all those transits. And I can't remember.
I don't remember either.
Was it Lebanon thing going on? I don't remember. It was something, man. Remember? It was something big.
Am I still on?
Yeah. But I can't remember. But
keyboard.
Black Moon Lilith will be in your chart. And she will be in a house, and she will have aspects to your other planets. So you can easily look up your energy of Black Moon Lilith. It's not an energy. It's one, I think, to be very respected. It's one that you treat with the utmost respect. It's very primal, female energy. But she's a warrior. Kind of like Eris, the sister of Mars, Eris, another warrior. But Black Moon Lilith is a little bit darker than Eris. Hi, Rue.
Hi, Rue.
Well, I'm glad you got to go out for a walk. That's
Yes.
wonderful.
Nature, the sunshine. Yes.
Perfect. Perfect. We're just talking about,
What are you doing?
I forget, we're just talking about going into Cancer season, and going into Cancer season, things have a tendency to slow down. We got Saturn going retro, Pluto going retro. Yeah, women can really relate to Black Moon Lilith, but there's a lot
It's a he, though.
to study on Black Moon Lilith, because it's an energy that I think women like to relate to her, because they're like, oh, that's my dark side and that's the shadow work. But it's an energy that needs to be treated with the utmost respect.
Yeah.
Because she's wicked. Not wicked so much as like being mean and nasty, but put a hurt. But that's another one that you study. That's another rabbit hole.
Yes.
There's a ton of rabbit holes.
If you have been disrespected by others in life, she might try to help you rectify the situation.
Yeah.
Ow, hang on, son of a. Okay. Sorry. So you need to thank and respect, but also pay attention to how it's being done.
Exactly. Like if I need help, like with a case or with children, especially. No, it's very, it's very, very dark. It can include things that you don't want coming back to whiplash on you. And that's unaliving. This energy is very to be respected, very respected, and know what you're dealing with. So you have to be very careful. But it's very ancestral mother stuff, going way back before Egypt, before that time. You're going way back. So you would be going back into Africa, down in that area.
Yep. Hey, welcome. I have next to no idea about astrology work. I've heard that astrology represents the karmic energy that we carry. If that makes sense, is this true? In ways, yes, it is.
Yes.
Astrology has to do with how your karma is presented to you and returned to you. And it can be from this life, or karma can carry over from past lives.
That's right.
So if you did some really nasty things in past lives, you may be making up for it in this life. And the best way to think about karma is karma gives what you give out. So if you do a lot of good for people, for yourself, for others, you're probably going to get a lot of good karma back. If you treat others like crap throughout your life, you will be handed a cup of your own karma and lessons in order to learn and change yourself to a better mindset, better behavior. So I look at it as a teacher, and I welcome it. A lot of what I have done in the past has come back to me, and now I am doing things in a better way and trying to help people. I'm doing a lot of little things. Even little things can add up. Going to the lake and there's a bunch of trash around. Pick it up, take it home, throw it away. Something that simple. Smile at somebody walking down the street.
Just be kind.
Yeah.
Being kind. I mean,
yes.
But you can. I think that too with like in the fourth house, there's 12 houses in astrology. The fourth house would show your lineage, your ancestral karma. You could look to that house to see where there's the 12th house is the house of karma. 8th house will give you an idea of karma. North node North node is your destiny, soul contract. South node is your karmic, your past lives.
Yes.
So there's a lot of karmic lessons in astrology. Absolutely. Because you pick the incarnation. You pick, it's a roadmap. It's your roadmap of what you came here to accomplish.
Yeah, when I go back home, I'm going to have a talk with my higher self about what he let me sign, because there's a lot of it I ain't reading.
I'm gonna talk to the reservation department. Who made this up? Who made this crap up?
Yeah, tell me why I agreed to sign what I signed, and where is the small print?
Did I have an attorney when I signed it, and was I under duress when I signed my soul contract? And did they feed me alcohol to make me sign it? I want to know. I want to know. It's true. And yeah, you can stop them. You can stop your lineage. You can stop, and they're called,
yes.
What are they called? Ancestral curses.
A lot of people call it a blood curse, ancestral curse.
Ancestral curse. A family to me that I've always thought, gosh, stop this, is the Kennedy family. Seems like they've got a big lineage of curse. Just seems like you see like families like that with like, gosh, look at their astrology.
Mm-hmm.
It's remarkable. Their astrology is a good study with them. It's really a neat study. But, they reaped a lot. They did a lot, though. Stuff that you got to pay for.
Yeah.
But, it's interesting. It's an interesting study. But it's a little at a time. Yeah. Reverse the curse. Yeah, absolutely you can. You can stop them. It's just so interesting. It's a good study. Spiritual astrology is a good study going all the way back.
And what are you doing now for astrology? What are you giving?
Oh, the class is June 22nd with Donna's shop. Yes. Silver Wolf Treasures and Gifts. And that class is June 22nd, live 12 to 2. It's this Saturday, and via Zoom 3 to 5. It's June 22nd. It's this weekend, but we'll have another class. Not going to have one in July, but in August, the transit class, because y'all are asking for the transit class. And the transit class is the planets that go around your natal chart and what affects you currently now. I think that's going to be the interesting class.
Yeah, I took the first one and it was amazing. I cannot wait to get into the second one.
We'll do that in August, like the end of August. We'll do that class. And then I put up a poll and I said, what do you guys like? Mundane astrology, forensic astrology, or synastry astrology?
Yes.
Synastry is really neat if you've for a couple that you put your charts together, and it does the wheel. It puts his chart, her chart, her chart, her chart, his chart, your partner's chart with yours, and you can really see where you can fix things and work on things. Synastry is a good thing to do with astrology with a couple.
Yes. Yes, it is.
It'd be a great wedding present or a shower gift or something.
I get with somebody one of these days, and I will definitely be doing that. Definitely.
Joni, how do I get along with the Gemini? Don't. No. No.
I do that, don't I? Hey, I met this person, and what about Scorpio on this? No. Maybe go for it.
You don't listen.
What?
You don't listen.
I didn't hear you. I'm sorry. What?
You don't listen. So now I just say, oh, yeah, that'll be fine. Because you wouldn't have listened to what I told you anyway. I'm like, oh, yeah, that's a good match.
Let me learn my own lesson.
Yeah. No, I would still tell you because I still laugh. Well, you got to know that they chat a little bit. No, but here's the thing, Linda. He's a Scorpio, and Scorpios like their alone time. I've been married. I married 2 Geminis. I married 2 of them.
Well, this particular
Scorpios like their alone time. They like get to the point, cut to the chase. I don't need the what ifs, the how to's, the around the corner way that you got from point A to point B. I don't need C, D, E, F, and G in there. And that's what a Gemini does. But that's them. They're lovable, they're studious, they're happy, they're chatty. But Scorpio's energy is just really a little bit tough to deal with that. They don't like that.
I went to Walmart and got potatoes. Cool. Let's make them. Cool. That's my conversation.
Yeah.
I don't need to know about what cars were in the parking lot, what color they were, what bumper stickers they had, why you thought one particular bumper sticker was funny and one was not. I really don't need to know that one was peeling off 3/4 of the way, but yet it was still sticking to the bumper, and you couldn't figure out how it was still sticking to the bumper when it was windy. And then the greeter was really super nice, and you got a cart with a squeaky wheel, so he helped you return it and find one without it, and then
that is such an air sign.
That's my God, I can't take it.
See,
I can to a point, but then I'm done. And then I got to have a minute alone so I can just recompose myself. Okay, let's try this again. But if it's something I'm interested in, yeah, let's talk.
But if you know that about that going in, you know what to expect.
Yeah. The reason why I give Geminis such a bad rap, and not all Geminis are like the one I experienced. The one I experienced had some, how do I want to put this, unhealed issues that were hidden from me and from others. And they chose to, through retrogrades and this and that, they chose to appear and show themselves. Yeah. And I was able to look at things and this is a hell no. I'm done.
Well, you just got to know when to say when, and you have to respect when somebody wants their alone time and they say, okay, stop talking, that you should stop talking. You should honor what they're saying.
And if a Scorpio is, if you walk in a room and a Scorpio is embedded in a TV show or returning a message with a client, you don't interrupt them. Wait until they're done, and then they will listen to you. But if you interrupt them, I mean, they are helping a client and concentrating on what they're telling you the spirit is doing, and you're trying to concentrate on how to help them while reading what's going on there and seeing what's going on there and talking with this spirit. Don't interrupt them, because then everything's gone and they got to start over. And this client is hanging on, by a thread. It's just no. And if I'm watching that TV show with intent, there's a reason, because I'm looking at something, I'm listening to something. There's a lesson that I'm looking at that I went through. So don't just come in and start talking about going to Walmart, because I'm out. I will shut that TV off and I will hit the garage faster than you shake stick.
It's dynamics, because air signs are chatty. They're just chatty. It's just how they are. They're chatty. They're communicators.
Might have to set up like a schedule. Okay, get home 5:30. You got 20 minutes to talk, and then I'm eating and I'm doing this, and this, and then you got 30 minutes to talk, and I'm watching my movie and I'm going to bed.
Well, you know what? There's nothing wrong with having a relationship like that where it's open and it's honest.
Well, you need to communicate. You do.
You have to.
And you have to understand your partner.
You have to.
If you can't understand your partner, you should not be in that relationship, period. There has to be a give and take. There has to be mutual support
Yes.
It has to be reciprocal. You both do the housework. You both do the yard work. If it's physically possible, I will add that in. You both help. You both work. You both pay the bills, unless it's agreed that that's not how it's going to work. Everybody's different, but you need to understand before you get into the relationship how that relationship is expected to work. Because if you don't, and then it's not how you expect it, it's not gonna work.
I told you. I tried to tell you.
Well, you didn't tell me I had to find a job. You had a job when we met, and now you kind of need to get another one.
Oh, that's so funny. Oh, I think Gemini people are the most suffering human beings on earth.
Now, I know some decent
They're
Gemini.
happy. They're really happy.
That's my coworker. She is.
They're happy.
A lucky person. She's in her early 20s. She has done wonderful with her life, considering her upbringing, and I'm proud of her. She gets on tangents and she just goes, and I let her go until I can't take it anymore. And then I hold that thought. I go to the bathroom. Okay. And by the time I go to the bathroom and get back, she's working on something else, and I can go back to what I was doing.
See?
And then I'll give her a chance to finish the story later, because in the meantime, I'm reading into what she's told me, and I'm figuring out why this happened to her, and then I can plant a seed as to how to keep that from happening again.
Yeah.
Detective work.
Greg would just send me pictures of like duct tape. And say, what color do you want? I'm not kidding. I would get pictures of duct tape. Stop it.
Donna, you're fine. I like talking to you.
Yeah.
That's how you comment.
That's so funny. Yeah, he would just say, stop. Air signs have to roll with that and realize that they do talk a lot.
Yeah, some do, some don't.
Realize
it is.
But realizing it and knowing when to stop.
Yeah. There's signs. I will give you signs.
Yeah.
You get 5, that's crazies. 5, are you kidding me? And then I'm done.
I would just get pictures of duct tape. I'm not kidding.
Linda's
picture. Rolls.
Scorpio, and she could hold on to grudges.
Yeah, that's
I used to be that way.
Yeah, they do that.
And once I got through, well, I'm still going through, but I got through a major portion of my healing journey.
Yeah.
I don't like to hold on to grudges.
No, you got to.
I would rather forgive somebody. I would rather. Let me think of my words.
They explode.
I would rather explore the situation so I can understand and feel the situation, so I know how to prevent that situation in the future, and forgive that person. Even if they don't come back into my life, I'm forgiving them for my peace, not for theirs. I don't even have to tell them I forgive them. I tell Spirit, hey, look, I forgive this person. I hope and pray that they work on themselves and they find their happiness. Yeah. You're wishing them well, and you're forgiving yourself, and that is going to help you more than anything. Holding on to a grudge, that's holding on to gnarly, nasty karma, and you're going to get it.
Scorpios hold on to grudges from when kids did things to them in kindergarten.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's not healthy.
Yeah. A friend of mine by the name of Doug Oates, it's not his real name. He still owes me 35 packs of bubble gum from grade school.
See?
I forgave that debt. He does not any longer owe me 35 packs of bubble gum.
Unbelievable. See, that they do hold grudges. Bad.
And, Sarah brings up a comment here. She's chatty. She's an earth sign, though. But the air signs are somewhere in your chart.
Yes.
So depending on their placement, some people feel that air sign more than others. Correct. That's something I learned from you.
Yeah, and Mercury is the planet of communications. Now, your Mercury sign, let's say, for example, you're an earth sign. Your Mercury sign is always, because Mercury moves so fast and is so close to the sun, it's going to be a sign above or the sign below. So if you're, let's say, Virgo, you could have a Mercury in Libra, chatty. If you're a Capricorn, you could have an Aquarius. And if you're a Taurus, you could have a Gemini Mercury. So Mercury's your communicator. That's what you talk. And it could be your ascendant too.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot of variables with astrology.
Yeah. You got to look at the whole chart. You got to look at all your signs. I'm not only Scorpio, I'm also Aries and Sag. Water, double fire. And that's been an interesting thing to learn, to handle, understand, and control. But I did it. And I treat different people in different ways, depending on who that person is, what they're about. There's people at work that I will not have anything to do with. I do not want to talk to them. I don't want to look at them. I feel their energy, and I don't want any part of it.
But you're still professional. You're still professional.
Yes. Yeah. If I need to talk to them about something about work, I repair the molds. Okay. The operator was running this when it screwed up. I need to find out exactly what happened.
Right.
Because what I got was, it's broke, go fix it. Okay, so I got to talk to that operator.
Right.
Cool. I can do that. No problem. You go talk to the operator. I didn't do it. Okay. Do what? Break it. Okay. When it was running and it broke, what did you see? What did you hear? I didn't do it. Okay, I'll just go. I'll look at it.
But I think when people are certain signs and why they do things, you have a little bit more of an understanding of why they do the things that they do. Because a lot of them do things they're just not aware of.
Mm-hmm.
And I think astrology gives you an awareness of the things that you should work on, as well as the things that you excel at. But it also gives you things. It's a nice mirror. And the mirror, sometimes you just have to say, well, I do that, but I know I need to work on it. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. And there are some times when I feel comfortable with a person, I won't shut up.
Right.
Until I get a sign from that other person. It's like, okay, I'm doing what drives me nuts and I need to stop.
The rambling.
But it's generally when I'm excited about something, when something really good happened to me, when I finally had a mental breakthrough on an issue from my life, stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, hon, it's 9:15. I know.
It
do we have
is.
another show?
Yes.
Okay. Well, thanks you guys for tuning in. It's one of those months where we just roll with it with Neptune. It could be cloudy. Step back, especially with your communications, and make sure you read things 2 or 3 times. Because Neptune can put a little bit of a funk and a little bit of cloud. So vibe above that and use it for your clairvoyance and your dreams. Dreams in 2 weeks will be off the cuff.
Yeah, pay attention to them. Keep a dream journal. A lot of times it's messages from your spirit guides, your lost relatives, what have you. Well, Keith, a warning, my Gemini is in my 12th house and is my Black Lilith. Bring it, girl.
Depends on who's ruling that 12th house.
I hope I don't pronounce your name wrong. Kasim.
How cool. Sri Lanka. Well, that's wonderful.
Like we were saying, if you want to learn more about astrology, she does classes. Joni Templeton Skinner, look her up on Facebook.
Yep.
The R.I.F.T Nation Network. We have a Facebook page, and she'd be glad to hook you up with those classes.
Yeah. Well, it's wonderful, hon.
Thank you
Welcome.
for tuning in.
Thank you for tuning in. That's great.
All right. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. Hope you had a good time, learned something. I always do. and I'm saying again, so I'm losing my words. It's Spirit saying, yeah, get the off. I got to talk to you.
Have a great 2 weeks.
You bet. We'll see you in a couple weeks, and hopefully, wow, I just squirreled huge. Hopefully everybody has a good evening and a good next couple weeks.
Yes.
Smile.
Be kind.
Monday is not Monday. It's just a day. Change your mindset. Tomorrow is Tuesday. That is the name of tomorrow. Tomorrow is a new day. You get to start fresh and have a great day.
Good night.
Night.